Edmond here for Winners and Winers in my Where's Waldo sweater, just for your entertainment purposes. Back on track on the UFL 2-0 last week. Things are kind of straightening out. You're seeing certain teams really emerge. The St. Louis Battlehawks, who I said were going to be, very good with the quarterback AJ McCarron, they have really gotten on track. Just put a beat down on the Defenders last week. The Brahmas continue to win, even though they replaced their quarterback. It looks like they were lucky that they did that. This guy plays better. The Stallions win again. They are undefeated and still the class of the league. And the Panthers, they are looking much better, and they put a beat down on the Showboats. So if you look at how the games broke down this last week, you had the Brahmas versus the Renegades. The Brahmas were a 2-point favorite going in. They won and covered, beating the Renegades 25-15, and that game went under the number of 42 and a half. The Stallions, as I said, one of the better teams in the league, undefeated 4-0. They put a beat down on the terrible Roughnecks. The Roughnecks just don't have anything going on. That was ugly. It was 32-9. They were a favorite by 8.5 points, and they also covered. And I had stayed away from that game because the Stallions were a big 9-point favorite over the Defenders the week before, and they barely won, and they did not cover. So I stayed away from them that week, but then I nailed this one. I said the Battlehawks were going to win big over the Defenders. The spread was -4. The Battlehawks beat them 45-12, and that game went over. Oh, and by the way, in the game previously, Roughnecks and Stallions, if you had the over, you were just crying, man. The number was 41.5. The final score added up to 41. So if you had the under, you are doing handstands. And if you had the over, you're crying and you're, well, you know what. Finally, we had a dog win and cover in the last game. The Panthers of Michigan, well, they were a 1-point dog to the Showboats, and they beat the snot out of them, 35-18. That game had the low of the week over-under number at 39.5. It went over at 53. So you had a favorite win and cover, a favorite win and cover, a favorite win and cover, and then a dog win. And as far as the over-unders, you split. You went under, over. So the over-unders, under, over. You split. So I don't know if that's a big trend, but the fact that one game only went under by 0.5 point, I'm sort of pushing it in the direction of a win for the overs in my mind. And the favorites are kicking tail. Now, next week, this could either be a bettor's dream or a nightmare, because you have 4 good teams, Stallions, Battlehawks, Panthers, and Brahmas, going up against 4 bad teams. The Showboats, the Renegades, the Defenders, and the Roughnecks. That almost never happens, where the entire slate of games is good team, crappy team, good team, crappy team. Those are the games I love to bet the most. Good team against bad team. The only danger is, where's the spread? Good teams against good teams I like to bet. The one that I normally stay away from, bad team against bad team, you have no idea usually how those games are going to come out. All right, that's your UFL betting recap. I am Loud Edmond for Winners and Winers, trying to make you a better spring football better.